Today I'm reviewing the Asmodus Minikin. Hi Vapers, it's Darth Naga here again with another episode of Full Steam Ahead. I've got with me the Asmodus Minikin in this lovely fetching Tiffany blue. I'll show you a little bit more in the up close in a second, but I've not been using it for a particularly long time. I've used it for a week or so now. To be honest, my wife has used it more than I have. It's become her go-to mod. And she is absolutely loving it. It performs in much the same way as my Asmodus Helve, this particular mod here. Considering it's pretty much the same chip, this is just a slightly upgraded version, which is funny because it does slightly less, if that makes sense. I'll show you that in the down view anyway, then I'll come back up and then I'll just give you my final opinion on it. Alright, let's go to the down view now. Okay, here we are up close with the Asmodus Minikin. As you can see, Asmodus logo there, Asmodus distribution, 18 plus, little QR code and a barcode, and Minikin 120 watts. You've got some blurb on the back there. I'll tell you all about that more when we go to the up view, and I obviously give it a little vape and show you all about that. Now, let me just get the box and open it up. Inside, obviously, you've got the Minikin itself. And if you've seen my review on the Asmodus Helve already, then you'll know they've got very similar chips in, so they operate really, really similarly. In here, you've got your Minikin specification brochure. So it's got all your details in, all your instructions on how to use it. Again, very similar to the Asmodus Helve. It's got a bit about battery safety there, and just your little warranty card and that sort of thing in the bottom. So yeah, that's what you get in the box. Very, very simple, straightforward packaging. I've actually already put two 18650 batteries in this, but as you can see, stainless steel 510. I love this. The little buttons on the side for the up and down bit's great, and then obviously you've got your fire button on the front there. So yeah, obviously if you look at it that way around, that's your plus, that's your minus. You've got up, down. Now, obviously you can see there's join bits on it. Now this is the only bit that irritates me. Look at this. Look at this gap here. There's a gap. This is quite well used, don't get me wrong, but look at that fucking gap. That winds me up. But yeah, so it's not held on. The battery door is not held on by magnets. It's just simply held on by friction. So if you find yours is a bit loose, you can actually bend it so that it fits on quite nicely. Your two 18650s. Obviously in there I've got Samsung 25Rs wrapped in pink for the missus, and you just literally put in there positive to the top, and the second one is positive to the bottom, and then that's it. And as you can see, it's pretty damn strong. I'm not gripping it at all. Doesn't come out at all, even without the magnets, because you've got these little notches here holding it on. Okay, so now the screen itself, again, very similar to the Asmodus Helve. 5 clicks on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Asmodus. And this is the GX120 V2 chip, I believe, whereas the Helve was the V1, this is the V2. Obviously you press fire at this point, check out the monitor. So, to get into the menu, again, it's very similar to the Helve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to get into the menu. You've got your system off and on. Press your button again, you've got your modes. Now, your modes are, you've got power, titanium, nichrome, and back to power. So yeah, you've got your obviously your temp control settings on there as well. Brightness for the screen, this is set to 10 currently. And then you've got your exchange, so that basically again that does the whole thing of changing the screen, so it's white on black and black on white, and then back to exit the menu. Which you press that, you come back to actually vaping it. Yeah, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Da, da, da. Oh, it is in power mode. Okay, cool. Right. There we go. So, again, similar to the Helve, you obviously fire it and away it goes. You vape, job done. One thing I always do with these though is I usually get you want to see the burn-in test, so let's go to that. Da, 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 da. Let's go to NI mode. Alright. That's it. Right, now we're in NI mode, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to 20 watts. And then again, like when you've got it in temperature control mode and you want to switch between the wattage and the temperature, you just press the plus and the minus together, and that will switch it to what you want it to be. So then I just alter this, I'm going to take it down to 410 Fahrenheit, as that is the cotton burn sort of temperature. And let's just quickly get a mod on here. Let me just find out where it is. As you can see, I've got there's a little nickel coil on there. Let me just grab a quick bit of cotton and thread it through that coil. So let's double it up, do a little bit of a roll. Okay, and let's just thread that through there like, oh, no, not threading it through there like so. Right, okay, so as you can see, here's the cotton. I've got the temperature set correctly. Let's just see if it actually passes the cotton burning test and whether or not temperature control actually works. As you can see, 410 Fahrenheit, 20 watts, and this basically, if temperature control works, this should not burn. You ready? Here we go. Oh, fuck. So yeah, basically temperature control doesn't work on this. The coil in fact glows, and that coil is now fucking ruined because I've let it glow, so it's not going to be useful for anything at all. And the cotton's actually completely disappeared. So yeah, unfortunately, like the Helve before it, temperature control, at least with the nickel, doesn't seem to work well on this device at all. I don't know whether that's something Asmodus need to sort out with their chip or what, but yeah, you just saw yourself. I showed you, you know, the wattage and the actual thing. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't glow like that, to be honest, under temperature control. It should just automatically hit temperature control, and it doesn't. So that's not a good thing. So yeah. Oh well. Okay, so yes. Right, I'll tell you what, let's I've shown you all the other, that's another thing you can do as well. If you press the power button and the minus button at the same time, is it the power button and the plus button? The power button and the plus button lock the system, obviously, and then unlock it, and if you press the power button and the minus button together, it reads the resistance for you. And in this case, it's a 0.42 ohm coil, and it's still fucking glowing. They really haven't got the whole thing sorted out on this yet, the temperature control. So yeah, right, let's take it back up top. I'll have a quick vape on it, and I'll tell you what I think of the device in general. Okay, right, let's go to the up view now. Okay, here we are back in the up view with the Asmodus Minikin. So yeah, as I said in the as I showed you in the down view, it's 120 watt mod. At the moment I've got it on 30 watts, 0.4 ohm coil, 3.76. And yeah, it's kicking out plenty of power. Obviously it's a nice little dual battery mod, as you can see. Let me show you the right way around. There you go. It's a nice dual battery mod, and the door on it is quite sturdy. It doesn't, you know, the device itself doesn't slip out at all. And yeah, it fits. I showed you all the things. I wouldn't in the down view I showed you all the ins and outs about it and what the menus do and that. The only thing this seems to be lacking compared to, considering it's got the V2, the GX, I think it's the GX 120 chip by Asmodus, and considering that it's, or is it by Yeehee? I think it's Yeehee actually. The Weehee, which I believe is Asmodus' own thing. So the Helve has the GX 120. This has the GX 120 V2, which is interesting because this does one thing less than the Helve. The chip, the screen, and everything is pretty much identical. As you can see, the screen on it is identical to the Helve. The operation is identical to the Helve in every single respect, but this one doesn't do stainless steel, and the Helve does for temperature control. But then again, as I showed you with the temperature control, it doesn't work very well on either of these devices, unfortunately. It sets fire to the cotton, which tells me that Asmodus, they don't do a lot to do with the temp control properly. I don't know whether that's some software thing that needs sorting or what, but again, you can't, even if there is a software update, you can't apply it to this because there's no USB port. So cons for me: temperature control doesn't work, and as I showed in the video in the down view, temperature control doesn't work, and there's no USB port, so you can't update the hardware on it. You can't update the software on it. Should they figure out, should they fix things? Which is annoying, but oh well, what can you do? The only other downside of this compared to the Helve, and that's purely from a personal point of view, is the fact that this mod's only 22mm wide. So a 24mm tank like this overhangs by a fair bit, but it doesn't look silly, and it fits beautifully in the hand, as you can see. I mean, my wife uses it. She's got slightly smaller hands than me, and she uses it all the time. It's her go-to mod, and she absolutely loves it. So yeah, I can't fault it, mainly because I love my Helve, and this does exactly the same job. Just, I would say, as much as I love the Minikin myself, it's not a mod I would personally choose, simply because, maybe it's because of the colour, and it's, I think it's more of a ladies mod. I know it sounds silly, but that's a man's mod, proper nice grip, gun grip style mod, and this to me is a ladies mod, but maybe that's just because it's in Tiffany blue, I don't know. You can pick them up from Asmodus, asmodus.com, I'll put that across the top there. But however, if you're in the UK, the Minikin is on sale at Escape to Vapor. They've literally got the Tiffany blue one left, so if your missus loves Tiffany blue, or if ladies, if you're out there and you like the old Tiffany blue type things, type mods, like the Joytech VTC Mini and such, then you can pop across to Escape to Vapor and pick it up for 70 quid. Not bad. I know it's lower prices elsewhere, but they're also all out of stock. This is the only place, Escape to Vapor is the only place I found which actually has the Minikin in stock in this beautiful Tiffany blue. So, if you're looking for, if you're a guy and you're looking for a nice mod and you don't mind using the Tiffany blue one, perfect. If you're a lady and you want to get yourself a Tiffany blue dual battery 120 watt mod, that if you're not using it at 120 watts, the battery life lasts ages. This lasts my missus on average about 2 to 3 days, simply because she doesn't vape that high in wattage. But even on my Helve, I vape at like 30-40 watts regularly, and that still lasts a good couple of days. So they're really good mods. They're proper sturdy as well. My missus has dropped this so many times, and it still looks brand new even now. It still looks brand new. There's only a couple of little marks on it here and there, and yeah, pretty impressive. So yeah, I would get yourself along to Escape to Vapor and pick yourself up a Minikin. I think they're well worth it, especially if you're a lady. I might get slammed for being sexist, but I don't think it is. I'm old school, so to me, the colour especially makes this more of a ladies mod. Fits nicely in the hand. It's small. It's kind of discreet. it's a lot more discreet than some of the massive 2-battery mods that you can buy that are like fucking, it's like holding a house brick with a fucking atomizer on it. Kicks out a lovely amount of power, really good strong vape. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. So go grab one now from escape2vapor.co.uk. Alright? Okay, that's it for me. I guess I'll see you on the next episode of Full Steam Ahead. Alright, vapists? Until then, toot toot, motherfucker. Toot toot.